Hey, how's it going, guys? We have a cam. I was just checking some of the specs on it. I did notice a difference between this cam and the one that's sitting in the engine. The one that's sitting in the engine, comp cams beats in a CC and the grind number and that number right in the front. This one, there's nothing there, and it's done in the back with a little engraver. That makes me wonder. That's just the way I am. That makes me wonder who ground it. So far the lift is right. That's all I can check. I can't check no more. Not sitting outside the engine here. I mean, I could check that part number in the back. It says it's right. But I'm just curious why they would go from one method to another. And another thing, I waited 20 days for this cam. Summit, Jegs, nobody stocks this cam. They just don't stock it, period. It's not that they're out of stock, they don't stock it. It comes from ComCam directly. And I've been following this cam now for the last 20 days. Okay, calling Summit and the whole whatever. And I was ready to cancel this cam actually, because I wasn't getting any answers, not from Summit, from Comp. I wasn't getting answers from them, and I was ready to cancel it, and we were going to go with our second choice, but I was really trying to hold out. And the day I was about to cancel it, I got a notification that it shipped and it would be here today. So, but what I don't understand is, why does it take 20 days to be processed and leave the warehouse if the cam was made in February of 13? That's what I don't get. So this cam wasn't just made, not like it just roll off the grinding machine. It's been laying there. So I don't know what the situation is. I think that's a long time to pick an order, slip in the box and send it to you. So it's not like it's a custom grind, and it's not like they just ground it. I could see if they were out of stock on them and they had to grind a bunch of them up, you know what I mean? 10, 20, 100, 500, whatever they grind off, you know, to restock again. But you know, the thing was sitting on the shelf. With that said, maybe tomorrow we'll slip this thing in there. Oh, it's definitely not happening tonight. I gotta clean it off. I gotta get some assembly lube. Like I said, I have the lifters. And we'll get this cam in there, we'll get the timing chain on there. I gotta get the front cover painted, but I can't put it on until it gets a water pump. So we gotta get a water pump over the weekend, and we gotta clean the oil pan. Oof, does that need a cleaning? So with that said, we will be on our way. This is what we were waiting on. It's covered with like Cosmoline. It's not rust. And that's about it. And everybody looks at the cams real quickly. And if you look at it quickly, you don't not sure what you're looking at. You think this is intake and exhaust, or exhaust and intake, and that's the overlap, which is far from the truth. Especially on this particular engine. This is the intake, that's the exhaust. Intake, exhaust. So the overlap you're looking at is right where my fingers are only. So if it was this much overlap, the engine wouldn't run. So I'm just letting you know where this is going on to the base circle, and that's going on to the base circle. Where it rises here and rises here is your overlap. So just don't confuse them and think it's these. It's this, and you know, whatever as you go down. So with that said, we have to dig out the timing gear, and I have to make sure the timing gear lines up with this hole, remember. If not, we got to modify the timing gear like this guy did on this one. I think it was, I don't know, maybe he didn't modify this one. Oh, it was the other stock one we had where this actual hole, they ground over a little bit. This is the one where they put all those extra slits in there and never cleaned out the channel. So I used this to help me turn the other one. That's it. If not, this one's junk. So actually the one I got now has all those slits in the front too. We got to seal up a couple of those. We're going to leave it down to 2 of them, not 6. So the chain gets plenty of oil. we need as much oil as we can on that little gear. And with that said, I think I'm going to take this cam, slip it back in the bag, see if I can find out any information why it's hand ground in the back. Maybe it's a new process. As far as I know, cam grinds their own cams. Maybe there's a reason they stopped stamping them in the front. It's obviously quicker and easier to do it that way than it is for somebody to get out one of those little stamps and just start beating the front of the cam. Maybe they had too many where they were beating them too close and raising it up. Who knows? But I guess that's about it, guys. Okie doke.